Steel toe flow, concrete under my stance. Passport heavy, got the customs in the trance. Stamp after stamp, hit the ink like a drum. From the block to the globe, see what I become. Kid on the move, never stuck in the cage. Egypt pyramids while I'm writing this page. Dubai skyline, money talking the breeze. That I'm cooling off low in the waters of Belize. Baptized in Israel, God's chosen. Paradise on the beach in Mykonos, time frozen. Ethiopia highlands, coffee strong in the chest. Vietnam street lights where the hustlers don't rest. Mongolia plains where the wild we in Rome. Santorini cliffs make the world feel like home. Havana cigars, old cars in the line. Cape Town coast where the oceans align. Can still grinding even miles away. Real street roots never faded gray. Haters throwing shade from the curb where they sit. Mad at my journey, but they ain't doing shit. Look in the mirror, that's the war you should fight. Build your own flight, get your passport right. Kill worldwide, yeah, I said it again. From the soil to the sky, can't box me in. You only live once. Make the best of it while you still can. Touch every border, leave footprints in the sand.
Son, I wanted to take a moment or two and congratulate you on your 75th travel video episode. Man, can't believe you got 75 up under your belt. Anyway, who would have thought that that shy kid would have grown up to be a man who is a globetrotter, a man of the world, a citizen of the world, and a brother to all men. I would have lost money on that bet, son. I'm extremely proud of you. I think it's, as far as I'm concerned personally, a remarkable achievement. I pray for you. I say the traveler's prayer every time you leave the country, every time you leave the city, actually, because I know what's going on out there in that world today. So it's been a blessing that you've been able to go where you've been, all the different places, and be safe. I thank the Great Spirit for that. You become pretty good at it, which doesn't surprise me. You're a very intelligent young man. And the only trip that kind of bothered me was that Cuba trip when they got you caught up down there in Cuba. I figured I better come up with a plan in case something does happen. So I do have a plan in my head in case something like that happened again. I'd have to go through the VA, being a vet, and make a embassy connection through the VA, but I have contacts. Anyway, don't want to carry this on any longer than necessary, son. Want to just emphasize the point of how proud I am to you. Hats off to you. You see I got my gear. Let you see that one too, man. I'm always representing, got my gear on. So keep up the good work, son. God bless you, God keep you. You turn out to be an exceptional young fella.
Yo, so guess what? We are back, and I think it's been a year since we had our last interview, sit-down meeting with the owner of Ken's Travel. And so we want to come back around and provide the fans with an update of what's been going on since the last time we talked. We have been on our own trip to South Africa since the last time we talked. So I want to get into a lot of things. So Ken, what's up, man? Welcome back.
What's up, Trev? Good to have you back, man. It's actually been, I think it's been like 3 years since we did that interview. It's crazy how time is flying, man.
It is, man. And I remember when we did it, I had missed like the last 2 trips. And I didn't know for sure if I was going on the next trip. But since then, we've gone to South Africa, and it was an amazing, amazing trip that you did a segment on. So I want to catch everybody up since the last time, because you've still been traveling. And what episode are you on right now?
This is episode number 75.
75. And I think when we talked, was he going on 30 or something? 25? It's been a while.
I think we might have been on something like 50 something. No, we did episode 50 together.
Oh, you're right. Special episode. You got a new logo.
Mm-hmm.
See the logo on the back. So how's everything been going since the last interview that we had?
I mean, everything's been going great, man. Still been traveling, still been taking the trips. I want to say since we did that one, been to like I think 8 places since then. So, like I said, still traveling, still trying to go to multiple places each year. Loving it, enjoying it. Trying to get you to come this time as well. We'll see about that. But I mean, yeah, man, everything's been great.
Hello, and then I congratulations on your 75th YouTube episode. My name is Leo, and I'm in South Korea.
Hey Jay, congratulations. 75 episodes. Powerful. Very impressive. You're motivating us, brother. Keep doing what you're doing. You're motivating me. Traveling all over the world. I'm trying to play catch up to you. Keep doing what you're doing. Be safe out there. Be blessed. And once again, congratulations on 75 episodes. Powerful and impressive.
We out here. Got a few people here that want to congratulate you on your 75th episode. Cheers.
Congratulations! Happy 75th episode!
Hey, that's how we do. Yo, what's up? It's your boy Travis Scott. Yo, I'm congratulating my boy Ken at Ken's Travel on his 75th episode. Y'all don't get it. 75th episode of Ken's Travel, meaning he's traveling everywhere around the world. Everywhere around the world, right? Y'all see my boy Scott salute. So we are back, and I left off with asking Ken, like, where are we going this year? He mentioned that hopefully I'll be going on this year's trip, which I am. And so I asked him, where are we going? What was your answer, kid?
Yeah, so I'm assuming that Travis is going to come this time because he's already made a deposit, and I'm not giving him his money back, y'all. So if he don't come, he's just ass out. But so I don't ever tell where I'm going before I go. Like I'll tell like the closest family members, like pops, different people like that. But I don't never like advertise it. I just kind of like do it after the fact, just because. I don't know. I kind of like want to keep it a surprise, because if you tell people too soon, then, they got a long time to let that digest. And I just like to come out of nowhere and just pop up with the episode when they're not expecting it.
Right. And totally understand that. And that's a good segment into one of my first questions for you, because the last time we spoke, we talked about, how like traveling bring out sometimes the worst in people that's closest to us. Like, you have people that's oddly enough looking jealous of the travel, jealous of where you going and wondering how you're able to afford it. Like people in your pocket sometimes. So, my question to you is, has that continued?
Yeah, it continues. It's funny actually. One of my friends is coming on his next trip with us, and as he's been telling different friends and family members and stuff like that, I had already warned them. I said, like, I don't know what it is about travel, but travel seems to bring out a lot of jealousy and envy in people. And I told him, I was like, once you start telling people that you're going and they see that you're fully committed, you're going to get your haters, you're going to get your detractors. And there's not a week that goes by that he's telling me he told somebody else and they're telling, I don't want you to go, or it's not safe, or look at all the problems going on in the world right now, and who's this you're going with, and how do you know that it's going to be okay? There's a whole bunch of negativity. Not everybody, because some people is just like live your life, enjoy yourself, enjoy your life. You know what I'm saying? But like overall, there's been so many people being negative, and like what I've learned is that you got to kind of like separate yourself from the pack. So like you got to learn to just like cut people off. I'm not out here on drugs. I'm not out here being selling my body or anything crazy like that. So like all I'm doing is traveling, taking a trip. So like if you have a problem with that and you can't support me on that, in spite of your misgivings, because you're not the person taking the trip, it's me that's taking the trip. And so if you have a problem with that, then I have a problem with you. And so like you just got to learn to like separate yourself and try to find like-minded people. Now there are a lot of people who are supportive, but there are also a lot of people who are extremely negative. And I just kind of like, whether I've blocked people on Facebook, whether I stop talking to people, like you're not going to tell me, I'm not causing any harm. So you're not going to tell me how to live my life or tell me that I shouldn't or can't take a trip. And that jealousy stuff, I'm not putting up with that.
I don't blame you. And so when you went on your first trip overseas, like how did the closest people in your life react to it? Like were they supportive? Were they worried? They tried to talk you out of? 'Cause I mean, you mentioned some of that just now about, people are like, I don't want you to go, but just the closest people in your life, how were they?
Um, like I said, you get the same things. What he's going through right now is the same thing that I went through. So, like when I was first going, it was you're going to go by yourself. What if something happens to you? What if you get kidnapped? What if your organs get harvested? Uh, you're going to go this time of year. It's too cold. What were some of the other things that they said? Oh, you're going over there to France, stuff like that. You can't be going to those places. Those people know how to dress. They be dressing. You can't just go over there wearing anything. I get over there and people wear the same stuff we wear here. Some people dress in flashy, other people dress mundane. But it's like it's always amazing how the people who've never gone anywhere are the main people who always got something to say.
Always.
But like I said, I tuned them out. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm still Ken's gonna do what Ken's gonna do, whether you like it or not. I always follow the beat of my own drum, and I'm glad that I did, man, because if I didn't, I mean, look at what I've been able to experience by tuning other people out.
Kenneth, how you doing? Hope all is all good. I just want to say congratulations on your 75 episode on YouTube. It's a great achievement. I'm very happy to have met you in Ethiopia here in Addis Ababa. We've had a very nice day exploring the city highlights, and you showed me some of the nice tricks and filming and all the nice tips on YouTube. You are one of my favorite YouTuber, and I really hope we meet again whenever you cross by Ethiopia, traveling across the world. I hope to see you. Congrats.
Look, stopping my workout just to say happy 75th episode on Ken's Travels. But you know what, man? If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be traveling the way I travel. I wouldn't have my passport. Braver than I am, though, traveling alone out of different countries. But if it wasn't for you, man, and your travel channel and watching your guide, and you inspiring me to get out and enjoy the world, I won't be out here traveling the way I do. So happy 75th episode, and hopefully we get a 75 more.
So congratulations for your 75 episode and your project in your YouTube channel. So I wish you the best, and I send you here the best greeting and big hug from Havana, Cuba.
So a lot of these trips you taking on your own, like prior to me coming on them or any other friends that you have. What gives you the courage and the confidence to travel, especially by yourself?
Oh yeah, so like a lot of people's mindsets is focused on what all the things that can go wrong. Whereas me, on the other hand, I'm like, what if I take this trip and everything? What great experience I'll have if everything goes right. Now you're going to have situations I've had tons of situations that arose that everything didn't go as planned, but you keep calm, you keep a level head. But it's like, I'm not going to let my fear get in the way of me having a great experience. And I think that so many people are so limited in their mindsets. And like what irritates me is that those same people try to project their fears and their insecurities off on you. Like if you're scared to travel overseas, that's your problem. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm not. So like, you stay over there in that corner and I'll go over here. And some people are scared to get on the plane. I'm not thrilled with planes, but that's how I'm gonna get to my destination. So guess what? I'm gonna chance it and I'm gonna leave it up to God. But I'm gonna go and I'm gonna enjoy myself, because I'm not gonna live a life that doesn't have meaning or doesn't have purpose. And I just stay stagnant and stay in the same place the whole entire time until I die.
Right. And that makes sense. And that's the problem. I think a lot of people are so fearful of getting out there, taking a chance, taking risks, and you're going by yourself. But just think, a lot of times people can go in groups of 5, groups of 4, and they still won't do it. But then they'll be upset that the next person did. And it's the craziest thing. When you post your trips and your YouTube videos on social media, some people look at that as a flex. So you showboating. I've seen comments of people that feel like, people you're boasting and, are attention seeking. They feel like you're being something that you're not in real life. What's your opinion on that?
I feel like this. we should be able to be proud of ourselves. We should be able to be happy. Like, I'm traveling the world. Why should I not be happy about that? And the difference between me and others is when other people discover something amazing and beautiful, they want to keep it to themselves. Me, on the other hand, I'm trying to share it. Like, for example, like now all my friends have passports. You know what I'm saying? There's some friends that were kind of against me traveling, but as they keep seeing me travel, they get sick of me going on these trips and they don't ever get to come and everything. So then they want to tag along too. But like, I'm not going to apologize for being happy. Like I said, I found my purpose in life. I can't help it if you haven't found your purpose, and I want to share it with everybody. It kind of goes to like, you look at like the Illuminati, or you look at rich bankers or rich people on the road. They keep things to themselves. Rich people keep their secrets to themselves. They don't share it with other people. They don't want. I found something beautiful and amazing, and I want to share it with y'all. And this is the response I get in return. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like very, very weird energy. And then like, to me, I would think if it's a family member, or if it's a coworker, if it's a cousin, whomever, I'd be telling everybody like, yo, my cousin travels the world. I think that's so dope. I think that's so cool and everything. You know what I'm saying? Instead, it's like, that's all he ever does is travel. That's all he ever does is post and stuff. And it's just like, why are y'all people so unhappy and miserable? You go through it yourself. Somebody said that, when are you going to give up your extracurricular activity from you doing TV shows and stuff? And it's just like, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Like, I've been doing this for over a decade, close to 20 years. I don't think that's an extracurricular activity.
That's why I was saying, who told them it was extracurricular activity? You know what I mean? That I'm doing.
You can tell that they're jealous and they're a little bit swole and they don't like it and stuff, because you always get them underhanded comments. You always get them little slights and things of that nature. And I wish that
they throwing, you know.
Yeah, and they'll never own up to it. Like, a person that's jealous is never going to own up to being jealous. And it's like, when are y'all just going to like learn to be happy for people? Because even before I started traveling, it was other people that, instead of being a hater, why don't you let what somebody else is doing inspire and motivate you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You see somebody going to the gym, instead of hating on, oh, so all they do is post pictures of their body. Why don't you take your ass to the gym and work out? See somebody traveling, let that motivate and inspire you. Hit Ken up and say, hey, Ken, how are you? Hey, Ken, I know you're not rich, so how's you taking all these trips? Can you, let me know? Like, I didn't think it was possible for me either. So like, that's my issue with those people and stuff. Like, they're just unhappy and miserable, man.
I'm a tour guide for the Ladibala European churches. So I met Ken Betts and took him around, and he visited all 11 churches. And today is a special day, that is the birthday of Ladibala and a day of Saint Michael. So I am here to congratulate his 75 episode YouTube channel. So I would like to say him congratulations and thank him congratulations with these lots of people, King Michael and Ladibala for the day. And congratulations Kenneth Bates again, and we wish you all the best. Thank you.
Hey Ken, oh my goodness, congratulations on your 75th episode. You're the man. You're my nephew. I love you. You're pretty brave to go on these vacations to these other countries, and especially in the world that we live in today. I applaud you for that. And all to you naysayers out there with your negative attitude and I don't know what the feedback that you're giving. You go on some travels and show your stuff and see if he actually wants to go there. My nephew, Kenneth, I love you. Congratulations.
Hi, this is Saud from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, sending out my congrats to Ken for his 75th episode. It was a pleasure having you here, and we look forward to having you back again.
But you've been to 25 countries now, right? So 8 years later, because I think it's about 8 years when you really start jumping out there, looking back from all the planning, the preparation, learning how to take these trips under a good budget. I mean, that's one of the most important things that people are missing is that you're taking trips that they're assuming that you're paying maybe $5,000-6,000 for, like just to even start. Because that's what I hear when I hear people talking about the trips that we took to South Africa. What did it cost? $10,000, And I'm like, what? Where would you get 10,000 from? Or how do you just afford that? Well, we prepare. You know what I mean? We prepare for it. But let me not get off track. The 25 countries that you visit, did you ever imagine that you would have been to that many?
No, man. I mean, going back to that very first country, man, I just wanted to travel. Like I said, initially I had planned on either going to New York or Los Angeles, and I was doing research and everything. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going overseas. Like I didn't even know what that meant. I didn't even know if that was possible. You know what I'm saying? And so like to me, I felt like I'm a poor black dude. Like I ain't gonna be able to go overseas. I started looking into it and researching. I think the biggest obstacles that are in people's way is one, fear, and then two, people not doing research. I don't mind doing the research. I love doing the research. So I was able to look into some things. And once I started looking, I'm like, hey, I could wing that. You know what I'm saying? Like my very first trip, I actually just took my income tax check and went on it. And I ain't got no bunch of kids and dependents and all the stuff like that. So it ain't like I got some $5,000 income tax check or something. But I was able to go off of that little bit of money. Of course, I added some to it, but and just went to London and Paris for 4 days, just 4 days. You know what I'm saying? And then as you continue to travel, you start to learn more tricks of the trade. There's nothing illegal going on. I think one of my coworkers said that they think I got a trust fund or something. Like, nah, I don't have a trust fund, but I just figured out ways. And nah, after, especially just in 8 years, but a lot of those is because I went to like 4 or 5 places at once. And like, if I can do it, anybody can do it.
I definitely want to say congratulations as your stepmom. I am so proud of you as you celebrate your 75th YouTube episode. Not 75th year, your 75th YouTube episode, almost 100. Congratulations, young man. Your mom would be so proud of you, as I am proud of you also. But I thank you for the help that you have given me within my own agency. With the travel, as a consultant, I didn't have to pay you. You were free, so that's good. But anyone else, they have to pay you. I would not have been able to complete everything so smoothly without your guidance. But I hate saying stepson. But son, thank you again for consulting with me, meeting with me. I know I was stressing you out, but you hung in there with me and gave me the guidance. So again, congratulations, young man, on your 75th YouTube episode.
All right, 75th, goodness, 75th video. I've watched a lot of them, seen your travels, seen you go to places that I need to go to. I'm sure at some point you'll invite bro out to come with you somewhere. But congratulations, man, your dedication, your commitment to traveling and to sharing your travels with us. Here's to the next 25 to 50 to 75 videos. Find you some sponsors though to help pay for those trips though. So many blessings to you and what you're doing, and continue doing what you're doing and continue sharing them, and find new places to go to.
Hello, congratulations for your 75th channel YouTube. I am Kimo from Essaouira, Morocco. It was great to meet you and to pass your path. It was a great experience.
Think about that real quick. So you've been to 25 countries and you just mentioned 4 to 5 at once. Like, how is that you're able to do that? Like once you're in Egypt, how are you able to go over to Dubai and in that period of time? Because that's what I think the people really want to know and probably need to know, and how that makes their travel a little more efficient.
So, um, I'm gonna do a upcoming episode on that Monday. Just put all my secrets out there. But
Not too
so
much.
one of you said what?
Not too much.
I know, right? So one of the things is that like once you're actually in a certain part of a country, like your most expensive expense is going to be flights and hotels. But like once you actually get over in that area, like for example, if you take a trip to Europe, people don't know that once you're in Europe, you could fly to another country. Like you could go to London and you could fly to another country for like less than $100. And then you could fly to another country for less than $100. And
Right.
so people's thinking, oh, you go to London, it's going to be expensive from the US to London, of course. But then let's say you go from London to Spain. They're like, what is that? Another $500? Like, no, it could be less than $100.
Right.
And then you go to the next place. Like that one trip I went to, let's see, Amsterdam, Belgium, Italy, Israel, and Germany. Each one of those places that I went to was less than $100 from that base place. Now, of course, the ticket to Europe and the ticket back from Europe is going to be the most expensive expense. But like once you're over there, it's a piece of cake. Like, I mean, the main country that's a little bit more expensive to fly from country to country is Africa. Because like most times you're not finding no cheap $100 flights to go from one country, Africa, to another. But like other parts of the
Long
world,
trip.
Asia, Europe, etc., it's like very cheap. I think it's
Africa's
more in
so
the United
big.
States. You said, well, yeah,
I
Africa's
was
so
just saying
cheap.
Africa's so big, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I think sometimes the airfare, like you could spend a lot just going from Pittsburgh to like Los Angeles. I mean, not all the time, but sometimes those flights could be more expensive than they are just going from like let's say Laos to Cambodia.
Right. And so, but I think that is the sauce right there. You know what I mean? In terms of what's making it happen. I think, that's the trick to being able to experience a lot of great things within a short period of time, but also knowing that, knowing how long to stay in each country to actually have a true experience. Because some people may go and 2 days, they don't know what to do in those 2 days. Well, you can't go to the beach. Ken, no, I'm like a beach person, but you can't go at a beach that you're gonna be there for hours and expect to really experience that country. So if you're gonna have a beach day, you might want to do that in a whole day, meaning not stay at it, but half of the day you got the beach and do something else. But one thing that we did is, I'm gonna tell y'all, when me and Ken travel, we be out early in the day and we be on our way. You know what I mean? And we out all day. So we'll be back because I got way more questions to ask Ken, and I don't want y'all to miss anything.
Hey Ken, it's your friend Mandy here. I just wanted to say congratulations on your 75th episode of Ken's Travels. You're an inspiration. I can't wait to see what the next 75 episodes bring. So congratulations.
Hey Ken, congratulations on your 75th episode of Ken's Travel. Mandy put me onto your channel, and man, I can't stop watching. I love all the places you've gone. You inspire us to want to travel the world. So congratulations, and looking forward to more episodes.
Kenna, this is Eddie from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Congrats for your 75th episode in your YouTube channel. It's super informative. I just love watching it. Keep rolling, man.
And so I got another question for you, Kim. So what do you ultimately hope to accomplish, like while traveling the world and with your YouTube channel? Like, what is your end game for all of this? Or is there an end game?
I think first of all, like I said, I feel like I found my purpose. So my goal would be to go to every single country. I know the chances of that is next to zero, but I'm still going to keep trying to go to as many as I can. The second thing I would say is memories. Each time I take a trip, like some people wonder why I record all these trips and everything. Like they're memories. It's no different than when you have a photo album and everybody takes pictures all the time. Right. Every episode that I made, every single trip that I've gone to, I can always go back and watch that trip. I don't have to just tell somebody, oh, I went somewhere and I did this. I can actually go back and watch it. Or if somebody don't believe me, I can prove it. But I also want to motivate and inspire other people to travel, like especially us African Americans. Like a lot of times we're in the hood, we're in communities that we don't get to really see and do much outside of those communities. So I think a lot of times we have limited mindsets. And once you start to, I mean, come on, man, there's some people who never even left their hometown or home city before, and like once you start to expand your horizons, the author's growth, and then it could change your patterns of behavior, your mindset, your mentality. When you think that this is all this is, trapping in the streets, gang banging, all this stuff like that, that's all you literally know. But like once you start to travel the world and you see there's more out there, um, it motivates and inspires you to want to do more, see more, be more. So that's another one of the reasons. Like I said, memories, and then also just inspiring and motivating. So like when people talk about showboating and stuff like that, it's like, yeah, I'm trying to show your ass to get on the boat. So that's what the showboating is. But
Definitely, definitely trying to show your ass how to get on the boat after you get on the flight, then get on the boat.
But you
So,
can't teach these people nothing. Like some people are just so anti and they're just so scared to step outside of their comfort zone or all they know.
right.
So I could give a 3-hour speech and nothing I ever say or do is going to convince them. And those be the ones that be hating.
Hey, it's Dave coming to you from the 420, Czech Republic, Prague. Congratulations, 75 episodes. That's an inspiration. I think I really need to check on my YouTube channel. Maybe catch up to you. All right, see ya.
Hi everyone, Lindsay and Lou here. We wanted to just pop on and say congratulations, Ken, on your 75 episodes of your YouTube channel. We think it's awesome, inspiring, and motivating what you're out here doing, recording your journey and sharing it with us. So thank you and congrats on 75, and we can't wait to see what's next. Take care.
Very much so. Like, and so I got a very important question here that I know like people are going to ask, because I'm one of the people that have my own concerns about it. And, there's a lot of things going on in our world today. A lot of drama, all over. It's not just the war that we're having or anything else. Do you have, or do you ever have any fears or concerns about how current worldwide events may impact your travel plans?
Yes, I mean, like every trip, I always like go to the State Department website and I look at, travel advisories, precautions, things of that nature, the travel level, to see what it is. I still wouldn't let that stop me from going anywhere because, like I said, I want to go everywhere. So, like at some point, I'm gonna have to go to Libya or Syria or Afghanistan, and I know that absolutely terrifies people.
Oh,
You know what
no.
I'm saying? Like, I had some of my friends out there. I won't say any names, but he said he don't want me ever going to any of the stands. So that's
Yeah,
Pakistan, Afghanistan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, and stuff like
right.
that,
Mhm.
Kazakhstan.
All
But
that.
soon enough, I'm going to go. Like I can't live in my fears and stuff. Though I love to go and see all these places and their culture. Now, being that we are in America, I'll admit sometimes I go to the places and sometimes I'll kind of be turning my nose up and be like, as you seeing certain things. But like, but like I said, like
Oh,
again, I think you just can't like live in your fears and regard. Like for example, my dad's a perfect example. Last year, when I was going to like Egypt, Saudi Arabia, and like
no.
that'd be like a little hot spot at times, and he didn't want me to go, and I'm like, man, I'm going. It don't matter. I think sometimes, sadly, I think sometimes there are certain people out there that actually that is hoping that something goes wrong just so they can say I told you so.
Mm,
And it's it's,
right.
it's crazy. Like one time I was in my apartment here and the dining room ceiling collapsed, completely collapsed. So like you could be right inside of your own home and something bad
And
could
all
happen. Now, what if
happen.
I happen to fall asleep in the dining room and then I wasn't here anymore because of that? So it's like I know sometimes we might put ourselves in harm's way, but you can get shot walking down the street. So I can't live a rigid life like that where I'm just caught up into my fears.
I agree. I totally agree with that. And I've been one of the people that will say, I don't know, Ken. I don't know. I feel
Especially when it's
like
cold.
I ain't going. I ain't going. Or and I don't know what changed because I used to be the person that like, whatever, we're going. I'm doing this. I don't care. And now I'm more conservative with my approach to things when things are going on. I think it's the fear of getting stuck somewhere in their like jail systems, even though I don't do anything to go to jail, but you don't never know like what they could, charge you of. However, I think that's overplay. I think that's the overplay hand that people do is fear mongering because 25 countries, 8 years, as a black man, let's be honest, there's things that could have happened already. And it didn't because you also know how to go and respect those countries' laws and policies and rules. Which brings me to my next question. A lot of people got fear of traveling due to that, just due to the laws in these other countries. Do you feel like the laws are strict in some of these places, or you just have not had any issues that make you even think about it?
Um, I mean, especially like some of the Muslim countries, like, I went to Dubai, and, some of these places have strict laws. There's laws against all types of things. You can't even drink alcohol. Um, they don't want you going on into any like pornographic websites. Some of them have filters. Certain countries, there's all types of stuff that can go on. Racism. I mean, I've had plenty of racist incidents that's happened to me on my travels. Actually, some of the countries that we're going to later this year are known for being potential places to be racist. One of the things I notice is a lot of times when I go to get my haircut or my beard, excuse me, um, that's when sometimes I'll get like the looks and the stares and experience a lot of racism with that because I don't think they really want to like shave their beards or anything else like that. But for me, I just try to be on my best behavior. I'm not. I can I can enjoy myself without acting a fool. There's a lot of times where I have to show restraint, whether it's a racist situation. Now there was one time in Panama where I really, really did lose my temper and snap. Thankfully, it was just me and the taxi cab driver. But overall, sometimes I'll even let certain things slide because I think one of the problems is, for example, we watch Zeus Network and we see how all the girls and the people in there like, you mean to tell me that you grown adults can't find a better way to find conflict resolution? Y'all can't try to talk it out. Y'all can't try to like every single time. It could be a argument over applesauce. And next thing you know, they'll scream at each other. Next thing you know, I'm not fighting over no applesauce. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you just gotta like.
Right? It's like, what are you doing?
Have you seen like some of these Netflix shows with these jail cells? You think I'm trying to go to jail in a foreign country?
Nope. Trying to definitely avoid that. Definitely.
Right, so I'm gonna try to be on my best behavior, and if somebody gets smart or say something, I'm gonna just try to grin and bear it and deal with it. And because whose side you think they're gonna be on if you do something to somebody in their own country? They're not taking our side more than likely.
They're definitely not going to take our side. That's for sure. And so let me ask you this: how do you feel about those who say that you're spending your money irresponsibly or recklessly, traveling all the time when you could be putting it up for retirement? Because I know that comes up. I know that's a question. Either it comes up, or you have people that that feel that way, like, oh, I'm going to put my money up for retire. I can travel later. What's your words or your advice on that?
So one, I would say you don't know if you're going to travel later because I think this whole American dream thing, people have been so brainwashed with it, and people just regurgitate cliche statements. So like everybody's like, oh, I'm going to save it for retirement. Well, you could retire at 62 and then need hip replacement surgery. You could be 62 and you could have Parkinson's. You could be 45 and get cancer. Right. You know what I'm saying? So like there's no guarantee. Everybody just thinks they're going to live till 60, 70 years old, and then you're going to start. You don't know what your quality of life is going to be like. That's what the system wants you to think and feel like. Yeah, just work yourself to death and be a slave, and then right when you're about to die, we'll finally let you kick in some money or let you stop working.
Right.
Of course, they would set a system up like that. So it's, to me, our first 20 years or 25 years of life is going to school, graduating from high school, going to college. Right. And then the next 40, 45 years is working. If
Right.
you don't try to find ways to enjoy life in between, I'm not just going to live my life working and paying bills every 30 days and not trying to find the beauty in life in between. I don't think God intended for us to just work ourselves to death. God created us to live and enjoy life and enjoy this beautiful world and have children, get married, and just live life. But like as far as the spending the money part, what is the difference between me taking trips and you spending $300 a month on weed? What is
Right.
the difference between me taking a trip and you buying a pack of cigarettes, which costs $10 a day? You add a pack of cigarettes $10 a day times 365 days. That's almost $4,000. That's a trip.
You better
You
speak.
know, you add some people gamble and play the lottery.
Speak
Some
on it.
people pay $300 in subscription fees. You know what
Speak
I'm saying?
on
So
it.
it's like all I'm doing is replacing going out to the club every weekend with taking a trip. Because if you add the numbers up, it comes out about the same. And so, like, while I'm having an amazing lifelong experience, you're literally blowing your money up in smoke.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying?
And
So,
look, and it's their prerogative, right? And you
yeah,
ain't judging
exactly.
it, but it's your prerogative. So why come at you for something that you want to do in your life that's productive? Really, you learning, you getting educated on stuff from a geographical standpoint, like geography, to a history standpoint. You know, you're learning all type of things when you travel. You're going to museums. It's just so much to do in life, and I think travel is one of those things that if people really tapped into it, just go one time, to a
Can
different
change your
country,
life.
it will change your life. And sometimes you don't want to come back, even though it don't mean that, where we live and where we're from, this country is not amazing. It's just that it's a different culture in some places. The culture is good or more welcoming in some cases. And, I think that a lot of people fear that it's the opposite, is not as welcoming in these other countries. But I know for me, even going to Qatar, over in the Middle East, it was an amazing experience. It was rich over there. The airport was like a mall. I was like,
Airport was
where are
crazy.
we? Yeah, it was crazy, and honestly, you've done something that, like, for the number of countries that you've been to, you've done something that less than what 1% of people in the Earth's entire history has accomplished. Like, how does that make you feel knowing that you've done that?
So I always pride myself on being different. I catch a lot of hell for that sometimes. Sometimes people will think I'm different or weird and stuff like that. And to me, the weird people are the people who do what everybody else does. Y'all all walk alike, y'all all talk alike, y'all all dress alike, y'all all everything. Like y'all don't know how to exist if y'all ain't hopping onto the next bandwagon of some trend. I'm the exact
Right,
opposite of that. Like I'm
right.
not doing that. Or like so for me, this was something different. Like I've done something that very few people get to do. I
Right.
did check that statistic. Most people haven't even been to one country, and I've been to 25. Like less than 1% in human history have been to not even two, but now 25. So it's like I pride
Just
myself on that. I
one.
love that I'm doing the same thing. Like a lot of people in my family never went to college. So I said, I got to go to college because nobody else, sometimes we talk about like generational curses and things like that. Like I pride myself on being different and you could laugh at it if you want. I'm laughing at y'all for all being the same.
That
So
part.
you can't, certain things people can't take away from you. Right? Like me traveling to 25 countries. I love sometimes when somebody like might size me up and look me up and down and thinking like I'm not nothing. And I'm like, here it is. I've been to
I
like
got some
25
proof
countries.
for you.
Or you
Yeah.
could be in a room with like some white people and they could be looking at you like, and then you have a conversation with you and then they're astounded. Like, you've been to where? You've been to that many places and stuff?
Yeah, that's interesting
Um,
too. But that
I
is
told you that. You said
Go
what?
ahead. No, I was agreeing with you. That's true. That the shock that comes across their face is astounding.
Yeah, like I told you that time in Atlanta when I was at Lenox Mall with Tim. And this guy came into the food court trying to sell some books. He just stole from the bookstore. And he goes to Tim and says, hey, do you want to buy any of these books? And then he looked at me, he's like, because I know he doesn't read. And I'm like, you idiot.
Wow.
Not only do I read, but I'm currently managing a bookstore and I'm actually managing one of the bookstores that you just stole from.
Right,
Now,
right.
the person you was talking to is the one that doesn't like to read. I don't do nothing but read, but it just goes to show ignorance and misconceptions and everything like
A
that.
lot of
So,
that. A lot of that.
Kenneth Bates, congratulations on your 75th episode. I remember meeting you, on one of your adventures, and you poured so much wisdom into me. And I'm just really happy for your journey, man. And you did it. Cheers to 75 more. Love.
Hey Ken, this is Richard from the Philippines. I just want to congratulate you on your 75th episode. I hope you can visit the Philippines soon. And
Right.
God bless.
So Kenneth, congratulations on the 75th episode of your travel channel as I'm standing here in beautiful Waianae, Hawaii. Forgive me if I have a little cream here. It's from the most delicious Hawaiian shave ice I've ever had in my life, which is just down the road. But all jokes aside, I couldn't be more prouder and happier of you for having such a success with your travel channel. Let me be a part of it. As the first, I believe, person you've ever traveled with, and probably the best looking person you've ever traveled with internationally. Congratulations, you rock. I love how you've inspired people across the world to get off their asses and travel internationally. Mazel tov.
but before we go, we did this at the beginning last time, so I'm not going to let you off the hook like that. You started out with the interview, so I got to ask you. All right, so you just finished More Than Hair, Huntsville, Alabama, on Remy My Network. Just concluded season 1. Tell me about that and what that experience was like for you.
Yeah, so yes. Season 1 of More Than Hair Huntsville is on the Remy Network right now. We just finished it in April in terms of filming process and the airing. I think the last episode aired in the May. Very proud of the show. Amazing cast, amazing crew. We were the first reality TV show on the Remy Network, and we stayed top 10 after the first episode. I think we jumped into number 7 spot after episode 2, I'll say, uh, which is very quick, in terms of a new show popping out there and competing. I mean, we was competing with some heavy hitters on their network as well. We stayed in the top 10 all season. We ended the season at the reunion at number 3. And one of the top watch shows along with Antonio Brown, former Steeler,
Yeah.
show, which I think is major. More Than Hair is about a group of women that are entrepreneurs. Some of them do hair, and then you have some of the clients that's also on the show. We have one that's a chef on there. And we have another one on the store, one of the women on the store, and that's why it got the More Than Hair name. It started in the salon and it branched out. The EP on that is Brandon. He came help Ashley Lanier, she's the creator of the show, developed the show, and they did a great job, I think, of hiring everybody, from like the crew, and then the cast was already, I think, a part of the salon and the people that actually know, and some of them they're friends with, some of them they became friends, some enemies. But I'll just say I'm happy that I was, chosen to be a story producer for the show and supervising producer. It was an amazing experience for me.
And is there any word yet on renewal for season 2 or anything yet?
Yeah, so season 2, it did get greenlit for season 2. I think we're just waiting. Brandon's just waiting to hear back in terms of when we'll be filming that season 2. I think that people will be happy when they see who's returning type thing and who's coming back from a cast and crew perspective, and so that's exciting. But season 2 has been approved. It was greenlit, and so we're excited about what's to come.
And then next up, there was what, For the Love of Music. How's that going?
Yes, For the Love of Music is almost an autobiography. It's a series. It's based off of my life, my career, working with my group Desire. So it'll be really centered on them. My cousin Rod Sway, aka Sway, is one of the main cast members in it. And when I say that, his life is depicted on the show, basically, is who got me into music to begin with, as he wanted to sing, but he wanted to sing in a group. So For the Love of Music, we filmed the trailer of it. We're shopping
My
it
name is
now.
D'Angelo Howard Jr. I'm from Florida, by way of Houston, Texas, and I'm playing Brandon, the star of the show. Just letting y'all know that.
They don't know what I have planned. What do we have planned?
With this character, basically he's the one that, kind of, he does feel like he's that guy, but he does love, his family, his homies or whatever, as far as like the whole group goes. But for the most part, man, he's just trying to do what he needs to do outside of that, and just come together as best as possible to make sure everything goes as smooth as perfect. So.
Yo, it's your boy Sway from Desire. And I just want to give a shout out to Ken, man. 75 episodes on your YouTube channel. That's pretty amazing. Just want to tell you to keep going, man. We ready to see the next 75. Once again, congratulations, man. A lot of people don't make it to 75 episodes, so congratulations to you, Ken. Keep going, my brother. Also, I want to give a shout out to Travis Scott and the Sky's the Limit family, man. For the Love of Music's coming out soon. Continue to watch, support. This is an amazing story about my group Desire. Travis was our manager, and the ups and downs of the music industry, stuff that groups go through, is pretty good. You can also check that out on YouTube.
I have some amazing networks that want the show. So now I'm in the process of just seeing who, comes with the best, opportunity for us. And that's amazing, because usually sometimes you can go and film a whole show or film a movie, and then you wait forever for it to be picked up. We filmed this last year. I just started like really shopping it to networks in February, and we already have 2 major players that want to release it. So I'm looking forward for the Love of Music, and Made for This. Made for This is the other one that I'm looking forward to doing, season 2.
So now, season 2 for Made for This. Season 1 of Made for This was on Tubi TV.
Sky's the Limit Entertainment. Under this company, we brand, rebuild, consult, manage, direct, and produce the careers of artists, entertainers, and influencers.
I never gave up. That's what kept me strong.
Me and DP, we're used to running this city.
Dreams come true. I was made for this and I know it. Live under pressure, but I never show it. Set aside my pride and move with no emotion. Oh, yeah. Give a damn about a hater, 'cause I'm steady getting paper. So what you say don't matter at all.
Eyes to the sky, born to be an entertainer. Screams when I hit the stage, look how they gaze when you're famous. Never jaded by the fame or as fast as it came. Couple homies became a stranger, but I just charged it to the game. Switch gears, but I maintain the lane. Wrestle with it a bit, but the champ's still in the ring. A visionary, but I'm still in my teens. A young Martin Luther, I'm a king in my dreams.
Dreams come true. I was made for this and I know it. Live under pressure, but I never show it. Set aside my pride and move with no emotion. Oh, yeah.
I can't remember. You said you're currently doing casting calls?
Yeah, so we have now decided to move forward with season 2 of Made for This. Most people know, if they were around, they know Made for This is like my baby. That's the show that I feel like I started with, in terms of I wrote it, like, and when I say wrote it, I came up with like the process and development back in like 2016. And so, yeah, season 1 is still on Tubi. It's also on Amazon Prime. It will be coming off of Amazon in maybe 15 days. So if you all got Amazon Prime, go watch it. But But we are now, so right now I'm in the stage of the beginning stage of casting. So we'll be casting through July with an August film date. That's going to be big. We have some new people, some new faces. It's not going to fully be a spin from season 1. It's going to be a different direction that we go into, but it's still going to have the same foundation. And so it's going to be
Any
exciting. We
returning
got a lot
people?
of name knowns.
Are there any people returning from season 1?
We will have a couple of people that are returning. One person I can say easily is Chris, Don Christopher, Don Dada. Chris will be returning from my season 1 show. Chris is a
We know
star.
why y'all bring Chris back. Chris is like Summer on Baddies.
Nah, he's not that bad. Chris is a star. I think Chris is misunderstood. That's what it is. Chris is misunderstood. He's very talented. He's a talented songwriter, talented artist. And I think he get a lot of flack because people think he's a trouble. They seen me yell at him. They seen Jason yell at him. They seen Derek yell at him. Then they seen him pop, jump over a table with somebody. So it seemed like Chris is Chris. We got an episode. Episode 3 was called Chris. But you know
I mean,
what?
yeah, when you're calling people
Well,
like, what was it, Count Dracula or something and stuff, yeah.
our fashion style is called because ego is funny. Ego like to wear all black. So Chris was asking him, "How can you tell me what to wear and how to style when you over there looking like Count Dracula?" So that was a line that stuck out. But yeah, Chris will be returning. That's the only person I can say, but we'll have more people returning for sure.
I'd like to give a huge shout out to my dad, Travis, man. You're a big inspiration to everybody. We all love you, man. Sky's the limit forever and always, man. All the hard work you've done, man, it really goes a long way. You changed the lives of many people, man. We love you for it always. Sky's the limit.
So, what I'll say is 2027 is going to be a huge year for me and my team. We rebranded, so now with Sky Films Production. Sky's the Limit is still there. It's the parent company, and Sky Films is the logo that you see in the back. And that's our film production company that now I have a full team that's consistent, that's always on deck. We're doing multiple shows. We'll be doing verticals. We'll do movies, reality shows. I've already have 4 shows that I filmed that's set to air in 2027 on multiple networks. Netflix is one, Peacock is one, Amazon is one. Remy Network is a hopeful, and we got one more that I can't mention right now. So it's going to be over 5 shows that Sky Films is going to be putting out, and I'm ecstatic about it. I feel like I finally found that place in the film industry where I fit, and I can also help other people around me do some amazing things.
I think it's also equally important, like, whether I'm doing a travel thing, a YouTube channel, whether you're doing films, movies, music, I think it's important to just put yourself out there and just do something. There's a lot of people that do a lot of this, and it's mainly the people who aren't doing absolutely anything but themselves. And it's just like also like tuning out the negative people and negative distractions and all that stuff like that, and just do something. And like I said, don't be scared to put yourself out there and make yourself vulnerable.
Absolutely. And that's what I'm excited about. I think I just said enough of overthinking, enough of trying to be a perfectionist. I just gotta do it. That whole just do it, that slogan will live forever.
Michelle from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, just saying congratulations to Ken on his 75th video. All of the travels look great. All of it looks like so much fun. And I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy for you. And I can't wait to see what you have in store for the world.
I just want to say congratulations to one of my best friends, Ken, on his 75th episode of Ken's Travels. I'm proud of you, man. I hope you make 75 more. And
Hi Ken, how are you? Message from Ethiopia. Congratulations for your 75th episode. I'm very happy for your YouTube episode, and I know you are achieving a lot of goals.
Yeah, so do you feel like traveling? You travel for yourself, or you traveling to prove a point?
I'm traveling for myself, man. Like I said, People who think I'm just doing this for attention and show, but I'm like, bro, we talk all the time. You know, I eat, sleep, drink, travel. You know what I'm saying? I know I probably get on your nerves or Tumani's nerves, everybody else's nerves. Like I make my dad watch my YouTube channel. When my mom was here, I made her watch it. I'm like, this isn't optional. You're my parents. You know what I'm saying? And then like even with that, you know, like one day I found out from my dad that every time I send him an episode, he sends it to my uncles. He even has this lady neighbor of his that's like 80 something years old. He sends every episode to her. One day he's like, oh yeah, Mrs. So-and-so says she really enjoyed that last episode. I'm like, huh? Like
Right,
who?
right. That's a
You
beautiful
know what I'm saying?
thing
So
too. And that's the thing, like you sending it and you sometimes we think maybe they didn't look at it, maybe they didn't, watch it, or maybe and now he's out sending it to everybody else, which is good because now word of mouth is passing to someone that she may share it to that may come and want to even book you, for to help them with their travel. And I know you do it for fun, but there's an avenue in here that if people would come to you, they would be traveling all over the world in no time for a fraction of the cost if they try to do it themselves. Because the first time you try to travel out the country, there's a lot that goes into it beyond the passport. Can you give like the people some of the things that it require like to travel that where people can feel like okay, it's not overwhelming, right? Because it can feel overwhelming, but what are some things that people, some advice you can give people on with traveling their first time out the country?
Just to touch back on your prior question there about, my reasons for it, but like even though there's a lot of haters, I can also say that there's a lot of people that I'm inspiring. A lot of them, they hide in the cut, they hide in the background. You know what I'm saying? Like one person asked me if they could create like a logo design. He's like, I've been watching all your episodes. Like sometimes there's people watching that I had no clue was watching. You know what I'm saying? So like um there are people that are motivated and inspiring too. Same as you are. You know, you get a lot of the little hate and the shade and stuff like that. But there's people watching. We know we all got them stalkers and Facebook bird watchers that
Right,
watching and might watch every episode, but they'll never let you know it.
right,
As far as traveling in that regard, I think that one, for me personally, I would never use a travel agent. I think like I see the amount of money that certain people are paying for trips. And I'm just like, you might see it advertised, go to Greece for $5,000. I'm like, I would never pay no $5,000 to go to
that,
Greece.
yeah,
Uh,
that
One of
part.
my coworkers' friends wanted him to go to the Bahamas. I don't know if they were going on I think they might have been going on a cruise or something, but I was like talking to him like, bro, you could catch a plane from Pittsburgh to the Bahamas for like $130.
Right.
Where are they getting this $1,800 from?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You could get your hotel, Airbnb, bro. Like
I
it
feel
just
like
be
they getting over it, like in a lot of cases. Of course, there's a fee that you got to pay because it's effort and time and work that people put into planning. Like the trips, like you put in a lot of effort in helping me, and whoever go with you on the trip. But there that fee is there, but I think people like triple the amount that you really have to pay, and that's why I did a little plug sprinkle you in there to let them know that hey, Ken's Travel is out there. Go look at the videos, go look at the episode, find one of the countries that you're interested in. He's been to 25, so you're gonna find something, and then come and ask Ken, reach out to him, social media, email, phone number, all the contact information, and reach out. That's all you got. The first step, reaching out, just asking the question. There's no pressure, right, kid? No pressure to go. Just information that can help you out. And so let me ask you this. Have you been to what's considered like your dream country yet? Or city or whatever, what have you?
I actually started a three-part episode where it was my top 21 countries. I did the first seven, and y'all gotta forgive me sometimes, y'all, because I'm just a one-man team here. So like, I'm supposed to been do them other two episodes. Sometimes I just get lazy and it falls to the wayside. Um, and then
All
like
good.
I had visited like four more countries since then. So then I'm like, damn, should I make it the top 25 countries and redo it? And then I'm like, damn, because I really want to put these other 4 countries in there and stuff. But like, I have some favorites. Obviously, I'm not gonna say what those favorites are for when I do the episode and the countdown. But even the countries that I hated, like I hated Switzerland. That's my number one most hated country was Switzerland. And I know some people will be like, "What, Switzerland?" Because all they think about is beauty, but they citizens is ugly.
Oh
So
my
it was
God.
like,
What you mean ugly? You mean like their personalities?
yeah. So it seems like people from Switzerland are just general. They're just rude, like for absolutely no reason. Like, and I wasn't expecting that. And so like, I'm getting more. I'm getting more and more pissed off with each passing hour and each passing day that I'm there. And I'm just like, what is going on here? And so, like, I Googled it, and actually, there was a poll done recently of the top rudest countries, and I think Switzerland was number 2. So I was like, okay, I'm not crazy. I didn't
So it's
imagine this.
not just you, it's a combination of that.
Yeah, but like with that, even so, still, I want to go back there. It's Switzerland. It's all the
Right,
beautiful
right,
places you can
right.
go there. You know what I'm saying? Brussels was another one I didn't like. It was dirty. There was a lot of homelessness. There was a lot of drugs, but I still want to go back one day. So I have my favorites. I'd say some of those favorites were like Ethiopia, South Africa, uh, Rome, Israel. Um, Israel got a lot going on right now, but
Yeah.
uh,
A whole lot going on right now.
I'm not going to. I'm not going to dare say anything bad about Israel. Israel is amazing. They ain't coming after me.
When it
But
come on, when it's come out, it's just gonna go.
we'll get censored. It's gonna get censored immediately, right?
Almost
Like
just
your video cannot be uploaded. Right?
uh, so okay, so we got Switzerland. Switzerland is the most hated. You got to give them something though. So what is something that you feel is your top, one of your top? You ain't got to put a number on it, number one, number two, just one of the top countries that you've been to.
I think I like a lot of people when they go on trips, they like the beaches and stuff like that. I'm like so much more like culturally immersed. I like, for example, like I went to Dubai and I didn't really like Dubai at all, but I hear a lot of people say that. And for those that haven't been, are like, what? Dubai? You gotta, but it's all spectacle. Not to mention the heat. It's like, to me, there's like no culture there. It's a citywide amusement park, expensive citywide amusement park.
Expensive one.
But like places like Cuba, places like Ethiopia, where some people might frown their nose at, like I like the humility of the people. I like their culture. I like even seeing their struggles and stuff. It makes us realize like how good we really have it here in America and how ungrateful and spoiled and like I,
Mm-hmm.
I'll just say it, whatever. So once, when I lived in Atlanta, we just talked about this earlier today. I got arrested for jaywalking, and I spent 2 days in jail for jaywalking.
Right.
And I was pretty pissed. I didn't even know it was possible for you to go to jail for jaywalking. Me and my coworker both got arrested for jaywalking. So while I'm in there, there's this dude in there asking me, "Hey, cuz, what type of clothes you be rocking when you not in here?" And I'm like, "Bruh, I'm rocking an orange jumpsuit right now. I'm not thinking about what type of
Right.
clothes." You know what I'm saying? It's like this is a chance for reflection. This is an opportunity for humility. You're in jail right now, and you're
Right.
talking about what's the fashions that I'm wearing. Like, where is our mentality and mindset as a society and stuff, man? It's
Right.
just so like when I'm around people now and people lack humility or people are judging people every minute, like how they dress and everything, like those type of people, honestly, like they disgust me. You don't know nobody else's situation. You're judging somebody's clothes, somebody's wearing their house could have just burnt down last week. Maybe
Right.
they don't have no money to buy clothes. Like you just never know nobody's
Way more
situation.
important.
Yeah,
Some way
so
more.
traveling, like it brings that humility.
And this is crazy. And so y'all see that Ken is a real one. Ken's gonna give it to you straight about his experiences, and that's even more reason why to watch the episodes because he's not just gonna sugarcoat places. And of course, his opinion of his travel, but it's an important opinion because as you look into travel too, if there's some places where you got to be more safe, in the Ken's travel episodes, he's telling you those places. He's telling you the places that are dangerous, the places that aren't, are the places that are overrated, the places that are underrated. It's a lot of great information if you watch those the episodes, Ken's travel. Go on YouTube, Google Ken's Travel, what have you, because that's the information that you need if you want to travel. So leave us with something. I know we gotta go, but what would you like everyone to know about, traveling ultimately? Like, what is something that you want to give them as a takeaway regarding traveling?
I just feel like you get almost kind of like the theme song now. You got one life to live. Um, like this may be it. There may be no reincarnation. There may be no heaven. There may be no hell. Hopefully there is, but this may be it. And so you're telling me with this one life that you have to live, you're just going to follow this man's system, and all you're going to do is go to school and work yourself to death until your quality of life is over. And that's wishing upon a star that nothing happens to you before then.
Right.
And that's what the sole purpose of your life is going to be. It's not like you get the wax, rinse, repeat. We don't know if there's a such thing as reincarnation or anything. So like, oh, I was a plumber for 40 years. Like, and I'm not knocking that. You know what I'm saying? Some people got kids, raise a family, everybody can't afford to travel. I get that. But like your life should have meaning. Your life should have purpose. And I'm sorry if you're a plumber and you're a damn good plumber and that's the bane of your existence. I'm not knocking that. I'm not judging that because sometimes, somebody wants to be a doctor, somebody wants to be a rapper, a basketball player, that's their passion. So I'm not knocking that. But find those moments in between to live life too. Man, could you imagine if all this traveling I'm doing, but the YouTube channel and everything else like that, if I could have showed them to my kids, you know what I'm
Right.
saying, to motivate, inspire. Like my brother has two sons. They done traveled everywhere, man. You know what I'm saying? And just imagine the gift that he's giving them. In addition to just being a good parent in general, or good parents in general, but they get to see that there's a whole nother world out there from the door from a young and early age. Just imagine the dividends that's going to hopefully pay off long
Right.
term. The same thing about the YouTube channel. I just want to mention about the YouTube channel too. On a separate note, uh, I'm sorry, I got to get my little digs back in. Some people try to get under my skin about the amount of views the videos get or the amount of subscribers and stuff like that, and it's just amazing to me. Like that's what you're fixated on, not good job or that was dope, that was cool or something else like that. You're fixated on the numbers. Like what people fail to realize is there are over 120 million different YouTube channels out there. Less
Right.
than 10% of YouTube channels are successful, like really blowing up. Most channels don't even have 1,000 subscribers. And so it's always the ones who like they think that you just pick up a camera, press record, and like you have a lot of these people know a lot of back end stuff. There's SEQs. Like nobody ever has to remind me about the amount of views and stuff. I have access to all the information. I can see who watched. I can see when they watched. I can see where they watched, what country. I can see whether they watched on a phone, a tablet, a computer. I can tell the age demographic. Nobody knows the numbers more than me. So if I'm not worried
Right.
about it, why would you be worried about it?
It ain't
Again,
just about how many either, by the way. Like people think
right, because that would be
quality.
like saying that to me, Rhapsody is a better rapper than Nicki Minaj. But Nicki Minaj is more popular and does the numbers. Popularity or number sales don't mean that somebody's necessarily better. It just
Right.
means, we have a culture and a society that's brainwashed and just want whatever's hot.
This is the White Shark Projects team from South Africa. We just wanted to send you a huge congratulations on reaching your 75th episode. Wishing you continued success, and here's to many more amazing episodes ahead.
And so let me ask you this, Ken. We gotta make sure we end on a
But
good thing here.
I want to piggyback off of that too. So
Yeah.
for those that don't know, I'm currently in school taking classes to become a travel agent. And so like I think sometimes people got to realize like everything comes together in its own way in its own time. So like going to travel school, I got a wealth of background information now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not just saying, oh, I want to be a travel agent. I don't know anything. Now I got to learn the back end stuff and everything like that. But I have the experience. But also what people fail to realize too is that YouTube channel any prospective clients I have, hey, you can go on that site. You can see all the places I've been. If you trying to be undecided, you see those places that I've been to, and you want to, for example, somebody might want to get baptized in Israel.
Right.
You want to get baptized in Israel, guess what? I got the connect. I got the pastor's name. I got his number. I got his info. I can hook you up and have him meet you there. You know what I'm saying? Like, or a tour guide, whatever else like that. So like everything comes together in its own way and in its own time. And some people just don't have that vision. They can't look beyond what currently is going on. And we know goals aren't obtained overnight.
That part. And that's really important what he said about having the contact to give you when you over there to reach out, because it's important. If you know somebody, it's a trust thing. Just like here, getting in the Uber, every time we get in an Uber, it's a risk, really. So the people that are scared of risk, there's risks everywhere. But if you have someone like Ken that's already been to these countries and have contacts, he had great experiences, that's the best way of getting, moving forward, because you already see somebody that's gone, know somebody that's gone, is going to make sure that you go and have a safe time and a good time. So that's very important that you said that. And let me ask you to circle back, because if y'all notice, he's still avoiding the question of the top countries. I didn't hear the answer to that yet. And so, now, as he may have remembered with me, I've known Ken for a million of the years now. I'm not going to forget. So what is one of your top locations?
I did answer. I said Cuba.
You did say cultural. You said Cuba, and you mentioned some places, but why? Let me say this. Why was it one of your top places?
Like I said, I think I'm big on the whole culture thing. So, Cuba got its own culture. It's almost still like in a time capsule back in the 60s and stuff. So you got like the old cars from back in the day. You got like the old infrastructure. You got like the old colored buildings and stuff. You got the cigars. You got, you go to places like Club Tropicana, where like Frank Sinatra's been, Josephine Baker and stuff like that. So it's like almost like a blast from the past. Ethiopia, again, like the culture, eating injera and try. You try Ethiopia food in South Africa.
Really good.
So since I came back from Ethiopia, I done went to the Ethiopia spot across town like multiple times because I wanted some more. Now I got an injera bread maker that my boss actually one of my bosses gave to me. Also, like going to Ethiopia and all the greenery and like going back to your history and your roots and stuff. So there's like different things and different reasons. You don't have nothing else? I don't have anything else.
Well, it has been fun. It's been a pleasure. We met at 50, number 50, number 1, number 50. This is 75, right? Let's not be at 100 the next time we speak to your fans.
I don't want to talk to you that frequently. I think once every 25 episodes is good enough.
It might be good enough, but I may have.
If you come on, when you come on this next trip, you'll be in some of the episodes coming up anyway. So
that is true. So y'all will see this beautiful face again for sure. But tell the people how to find you, Ken. Tell them how to find you.
They should know where to find me because they should be watching this. But no, it's Ken's Travels on YouTube. All you got to do is put Ken's Travels. It should come up. There is another Ken, an imposter Ken, that's on YouTube that has Ken's Travels as well. But no, he's a cool dude. I've watched a couple of his videos as well. He does travel videos too. But you could put in. If you have to know also some of the countries that I've been, but if you put in Ken's Travels like Cuba, Morocco, et cetera, like it'll come up. Yeah, I've done enough episodes that it'll come up now. But I'll also put that information down below.
Ken's Travels gonna be right here. Right here at Travis Scott, gonna be right here.
I also would like to say, I didn't give you permission to do self-promotion with your logo and all that stuff going on in the back. This is about me and my episode.
That was part of it, y'all. That was part of the ploy, right? This logo, y'all see it? But hey, that's another one. It's a wrap for us. It's been fun again. Ken's Travel coming up, episode 75. The next trip is coming up this fall. We can't tell you where. That's Ken's decision, but y'all will see it. So stay tuned. And that's a wrap for us. I'm gonna say it. Sky salute.
Yeah, salute. All right, everyone. Throughout this episode, you may have noticed at the bottom of the screen there were opportunities to win prizes. All you have to do is email the email address below at the bottom of the screen. That's kenstravels412 at outlook.com. Again, kenstravels412 at outlook.com. So all you have to do is find the prize that you'd like to win, answer the question, and then email me. Put your name, a way to reach you, phone number, and then what prize it is that you would like to win. At a later date, we will draw out of a pool, and we'll reach out to you if you were the ones to win. You can answer one contest, you can answer all of them if you want to, totally up to you, but you do have to answer the questions for each one. Initially, I was going to have it where you could put it in the comments, but I thought about it and I said if I did that and you were to put the answer, other people could just steal your answer and put the answer too, and we didn't want that. So instead, all you have to do is just email me. While you're at it, you can also like and subscribe if you like to as well. And with that, that's it.